Hello Psychics and welcome to another episode of Learn Tarot Free with me. Today we're doing shuffling. So we did aspected cards yesterday, now we're doing shuffling. Now it won't be a long video because there's not really much we can talk about when we're shuffling, but I'm just going to give you an idea about how I do it, how you can do it. But, take what resonates with you. Shuffling is a really personal thing. Now, you get your deck of cards, and I'm using the Gilded Tarot as always for these because they're just my other half. They're kind of a part of me. I just adore these Gilded Tarot. They're so amazing. And, they just feel amazing in your hands. Now, some cards are going to be bigger, and I'll show you an example. So, I've got a deck of tarot here. These are the, The Starseed Tarot. So, some are going to be big and some are going to be small. So you have to really work out what works for you. Now, when I'm shuffling, you may have seen that I shuffle different to other readers because there's a lot of readers on YouTube who do the shuffling like this. They split the deck and then they do it like I can't do it. They do it like this, and it's very casino-y. I absolutely love to watch them do it, Brooke is amazing for doing this. She gets the cards and she, like she works in a casino. That's how croupiers, deal cards. But personally, I like to shuffle them, the old school way, the old fashioned way. So I shuffle my cards like this. Now, you may find that you want to hold them and shuffle them like this, I've seen it all with cards. Now, other people say you shouldn't let anybody shuffle your cards. You should only shuffle them yourself. Absolute hogwash. It's whatever resonates with you. Personally, I shuffle angel cards for a client. I will get the client to focus on the deck of cards and I shuffle the cards and I close the eyes and then you just know when they're ready. Cards will jump out of the deck also. But with tarot, I tend to give my deck of cards to the client to shuffle them. And, if any jump out, I put them to one side. Unless there's the whole deck jumps out. I'll let the client shuffle the cards. And that's how they're getting that connection with the cards. But you don't have to do that. It's whatever personally works for you. If you want to shuffle the cards. Now, when you're shuffling the cards, you'll know when they're ready. Now, what do I mean by this? And I say this to people all the time. You'll feel a stop. Now, I'm going to stop when they tell me to, and that was it then. It feels like that was it. Like you can't physically shuffle them anymore. And then what I do is I split the cards into 3. Now, it doesn't have to be a certain way. It's just wherever they fall, wherever you feel. So when your client has shuffled the cards, if you're getting them to do it, just ask them to split the cards in 3. Now, they may do it like that. They may go like this, There's various ways they can do it. They may shuffle like this. They may shuffle like this. It's however the person feels comfortable. So there's no right way, there's no wrong way when you're shuffling cards. Like these, for example, these are so big, I can shuffle them like this, but it might actually be more beneficial to shuffle them like this. Or, some people may actually, again, do it that way. So it depends however you're guided to do this. But I just want you to know there's no right way, there's no wrong way. And, this is a video about shuffling. It's not going to take much time. But however you feel you want to shuffle the cards. Some people even shuffle these cards this way. Now, I can't physically pick them up, when they're that way. But some people may be able to do it that way. Some people can't shuffle them this way. It's however you're guided. But when you're shuffling, always shuffle the cards until you feel they're ready. And if you're not sure, keep your eyes closed. You don't have to focus on anything. You don't need to focus on anything. The tarot will pick up on your inner being. It will pick up on your inner thoughts and what you need to know. And you will just know when it's ready. And then split the cards into 3 piles and you're ready to go. Now, if any cards jump out, this is the universe speaking to you. So these cards are more important than anything. but don't include them in the spread. Put them to one side and do a separate spread. We're going to do spreads tomorrow. We're going to start with spreads tomorrow. This is about how we put it all together, you know, putting it all together. So shuffling, every day I'm shuffling. You know, you just get better and better and better at it as time goes on. And you just get used to your cards. So that any deck of cards you use, these are angel cards, any deck of cards, you get the same feeling. And the cards jump out. And when the cards jump out of the deck, it's proof that you're connecting. Now, this may not even happen for a while, but because you may be that afraid of the cards, you may be just shuffling them really slow. But, you know, don't be afraid of the cards. They will speak to you. And if they jump out of the deck, you know, the angels are getting messages across. So it's entirely up to you. What I tend to do is I get the client to shuffle the cards, and then, you know, they split the deck and then I read them that way, you know. But if I'm doing a reading for YouTube, or if I'm doing a reading for me, you know, which is very rare, I don't really read cards for me. But, you know, I will just shuffle them. I'll take what's falling out, you know, and then I'll split the cards and they're ready to go. Now, you may see it like this. There's some cards sticking out, if you can see that. These are extra messages. So I take out the ones that are sticking out, you know. And then if one's sticking out and you try and grab it and it goes back in, it's not a valid card. Or it's not valid at that moment in time. So these would be extra cards that are put to one side, and then I would focus. And then all you do is you know, there's various ways you can do it. I'm going to show you this one right now, actually. They're telling me to do this. So, you know, if you want to do it where you do this and then you kind of do that, you spread your cards and you say to your client, pick a card or pick 3 cards, you know, and then they will choose a few cards and you can read it that way. But I'm not going to teach you how to do that, because that's never worked for me. It's never resonated with me, you know, where you get people to shuffle the cards, or you shuffle the cards, and then you kind of go like that and get them to pick cards, because it can be very confusing as a client. And it can be very pressuring as well to think, oh, what if I don't pick the right cards? You know, there can be fear there. I wish I'd have picked another card, you know, and then they could be looking at another card, wishing they'd picked that one. So it's more beneficial to the client, in my opinion, to actually get them to split the deck in 3, you know, when they've shuffled, and then just use the cards directly, rather than putting them under the pressure of picking cards. It's never worked for me. I've never liked it. When I've gone to readers and I've had to pick cards out, I've always felt I haven't had a good reading. I've always felt pressured. I've never really resonated with that kind of reading. So if it works for you, it works for you. But if it doesn't, then you'll know what I'm talking about. But yeah, shuffling, there's no right or wrong way. And I can't believe I've been talking for 8 minutes already about shuffling cards. But, you know, it's however you are guided to do it. And you can ask the angels, you can meditate on it. You know, when you get your deck as well, you know, bang on the deck, knock out any negative energy. You can spread the cards and put them close to your chest. Put your hand over your heart and say, thank you, angels, for guiding these cards through love and through light, and for helping me to give everything from my heart space when I read. You know, something like that, a little prayer, something that works for you. Thank you, angels. Remember, when we pray, we never say, please, or, you know, because that's coming from a place of desperation. When we say thank you, we're saying thank you for what's already done. So the angels have already blessed these cards. You know, they're already helping us to do this. It's just whatever works for you. But have a play with your cards today. Get them out if you can, and just practice shuffling. Feel what works for you. This way might not work for you. You might want to do the casino cut, you know, where you go like this. And, you know, I could learn it if I wanted to in 2 days, I'm sure. But I've never been, you know, excited about doing it that way. I love watching people do it that way, don't get me wrong. But it's just something that I've never resonated with. I prefer to shuffle the cards the old school way. So this is how I do it, you know, and they do fly out the deck like this, you know. So it's however you're resonating. So a little quick video on shuffling cards. I hope it hasn't been too boring for you. But we're going to start tomorrow with the first of our spreads. I'm going to do shall we do three? We'll do 3 spreads. We'll do past, present and future, a 3-card spread. We'll start off with that one tomorrow. Then we'll do the Celtic cross on another day. And then I'll show you the spread that I use. And the spread that I use, it's in this book, the Easy Tarot Handbook. This is by Josephine Eldershaw. This is really, all my notes and everything are in here for this series. And, this came with the Gilded Tarot. And you guys know I don't use guidebooks, but I've got this out because I want to be able to teach you the spread properly. And although it's already ingrained in my mind, I need to make sure that you understand it from a point of learning. And it's called the Life Spread and the Anchor Spread. It's a huge reading. I'll probably have to turn the camera the other way round to show you the cards properly, but I'm going to do it the best that I can. But the angels are saying we'll do 3. We'll do a 3-card spread, we'll do the Celtic cross, and we'll do that Life Spread and Anchor. So we'll be back tomorrow using the 3-card spread. So have a wonderful day, play with your cards a little bit, and I'll see you soon.